All right, welcome back to the channel. So Errol Spence Jr. has some words to say on Twitter about how certain fans, criticize him with the stuff basically outside the sport of boxing, and it's not really talking about boxing, but he had said that it's just crazy how these fans, they just want to get into other stuff other than boxing. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. Please sure that you like and subscribe to the channel to get all your latest boxing news. I'm going to do my best to keep the boxing news rolling. With that being said, Errol Spence Jr., recently a lot of boxers be on Twitter, and he had some things to say on Twitter about how certain fans, needs to start acting like real men and stuff like that, because a lot of guys and a lot of typical boxing fans today, they appreciate the fighters today, and but sometimes they take it out of a despite and take it overboard and try to see and find out, get some dirt on these fighters. And Errol Spence Jr., a lot of fans criticize Errol Spence Jr. Really about the Terrence Crawford and the Errol Spence Jr. debacle and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of fans, just at the end of the day, give Errol Spence Jr. a hard time. And Errol Spence Jr. is doing nothing but trying to box and fight the best of the best competition. And he's not looking to do anything crazy. A lot of people criticize Errol Spence Jr. Oh, he flipped his car and stuff like that. And he's a drunk. He's living paycheck to paycheck. It's just all these typical things about Errol Spence Jr. And Errol Spence Jr., took a little bit of offense to that. It's like this is what these grown men talk about all day, my problems, instead of talking about the sport of boxing. I can see why Errol Spence Jr. is getting a little bit frustrated. And this is a prime example of that with Jermell and Jamal Charlo. A lot of people criticize them. They're getting arrested. They're not paying bar tabs and stuff like that, and all this other stuff they have is not true. But a lot of people criticize them, break the news and stuff like that. And if it's the smallest thing that boxers do outside of the ring, a lot of people just start reporting breaking news and stuff like that, and half of the stuff doesn't even be true and stuff like that. And I feel like in a scenario where a lot of stuff with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford, him and his team, I can respect Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, flip-flop, even though he flip-flops and said that you have him 1 minute saying that he doesn't want to fight with Errol Spence Jr. I'm past that. I don't want nothing to do with the fight. Then he comes back around a few days later and says he would like to fight Errol Spence Jr. We talked on the phone about it, and this fight's definitely going to happen. So you don't know what the debacle with the situation. And then you get these boxing fans start bringing up other stuff other than boxing, and you get tired of that and stuff like that. I can respect Errol Spence Jr. trying to clap back at a few of these typical boxing fans. I'm not talking really about Bud fans, but some of you Bud fans, you guys take it too far out of desperate measures. It's just boxing. You don't have to get into the man's personal life and say all this stuff. I remember when the Bud fans, when Errol Spence Jr. with his longtime friend, I think he's like a rapper or something, and Errol Spence Jr. Gave him like a kiss or something. I don't remember what it was. I think it was, and all these Bud fans start coming out and say, "Oh, Errol Spence Jr. gay. Errol Spence Jr. gay." And I mean, it's just crazy. And as a boxer today, it's okay to have a social media platform, but I'd rather take a break from it, because you don't know what to expect from these critical thinkers of today. They'll do anything, bring up dirt, anything like that to make an argument and stuff like that, and to make up and spread lies. You guys know how the boxing game works with typical fans and boxing fans like that at the end of the day. And Errol Spence Jr. had to say, look, y'all need to start acting like men and grow up, and Errol Spence Jr. said he wasn't even raised like that and stuff like that, and I could clearly respect it. But at the end of the day, as boxing fans, we just need to appreciate the sport of boxing, their talents, what they do. We don't need to get involved with their personal life and stuff like that. And I figured that Errol Spence Jr. could be talking about the Terrence Crawford diehard fans and stuff like that. If you ride with Terrence Crawford, cool. But you Terrence Crawford fans, don't try to, or Terrence Crawford fans or any other type of fans that doesn't like Errol Spence Jr., y'all just need to stop trying to get into the man's personal life and stuff like that for any fighter. Don't get into Terrence Crawford personal life. Don't do any of that stuff, because at the end of the day, you know, these fighters are going to start looking at these fans like sideways and stuff like that. But, you know, this is the sport of boxing, you know. There's a lot of things that happen. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence Jr. criticized the certain fans and says this is what they're talking about, gossip maybe being about certain things instead of talking about boxing. They talk about other things outside the sport of boxing. With that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.